As we continue to track events in the United Kingdom leading to the burial of Queen Elizabeth II, where King Charles III is at the moment accompanying the Queen's coffin along the Royal Mile in Edinburgh. This is the second stage of a long journey to the burial of the monarch who passed on a few days ago. Moments ago, King Charles III addressed members of Parliament at Westminster Hall. He was accompanied by Queen Consort Camilla, and we have details in this report.
For the first time since becoming the monarch of England, King Charles III has addressed members of Parliament at Westminster Hall. He was accompanied by Queen Consort Camilla. The king said he's deeply grateful for the sympathies from the lawmakers over his mother's death, which he says touchingly encompass what the Queen meant to everyone. He added that his mother set an example of selfless duty as monarch, pledging to follow her example of commitment to a constitutional government.
We gather today in remembrance of the remarkable span of the Queen's dedicated service to her nations and peoples. While very young, Her late Majesty pledged herself to serve her country and her people, and to maintain the precious principles of constitutional government which lie at the heart of our nation. This vow she kept with unsurpassed devotion. She set an example of selfless duty, which, with God's help and your counsels, I am resolved faithfully to follow. The great bell of Big Ben, one of the most powerful symbols of our nation throughout the world, and housed within the Elizabeth Tower, also named for my mother's Diamond Jubilee, will mark the passage of the late Queen's progress from Buckingham Palace to this Parliament on Wednesday. My Lords and members of the House of Commons,
marking the end of proceedings, a God Save the King was played inside Westminster Hall. The King and Queen Consort then left the hall, stopping to speak with speakers of both houses of Parliament. Meanwhile, people are still laying flowers outside the Windsor Castle in tribute to Queen Elizabeth II, who died at the age of 96 on Thursday, the 8th of September, as they paid their last respects to the monarch they dearly loved. Also, at the front of Buckingham Palace, many people laid flowers and cards paying tribute to the monarch. But Sir Mark Rowley, Scotland Yard's new commissioner, says the Queen's funeral presents a massive challenge to the Metropolitan Police and to him personally. The Metropolitan Police Commissioner has many priorities, but top amongst them right now is ensuring security for the Queen's funeral, when scores of foreign heads of state and up to 1 million visitors are expected to flood London.
I will lead a Met that enables Londoners and visitors from all over the world to safely pay their respects to Her late Majesty the Queen. Second, as we also continue to police local communities, we will begin the journey of reform to renew policing by consent.
Hundreds of thousands of people are expected to file past the coffin of Queen Elizabeth II during her lying in state that will start on Wednesday evening and continue around the clock until early on the day of her funeral in Westminster Abbey on Monday the 19th of September, which is a bank holiday. Britain's Culture Ministry says members of the public would be able to file past the coffin for 24 hours a day from 5 p.m. local time on Wednesday, September 14 until 6:30 a.m. September the 19th. Queen Elizabeth was head of states in 14 countries besides the UK. The Queen inherited the title of head of the Commonwealth from her father, and she embraced it well. She visited every one of the Commonwealth nations apart from Rwanda and Cameroon and made sure she attended key Commonwealth meetings to show her support. As she got older, she cut back on international travel, but called on her son, now King Charles III, to represent her instead.